boy. I also don't mind jazz, but I don't think that's related. Oh crap. Oh, there's rocks right in front of us. Cool. Wow. Wow.
I got
Three
one
frames.
busted up here.
Yeah.
You want to finish it?
Are you full?
Yeah, I'm full.
Okay, cool. Just a little bit slow here. Oh, my poor computer. '18 core. So AMD's winning right now with their 32 cores.
And Intel's got a 28 core coming out.
Right. Well, still AMD wins because they have 28 versus 32. More is better, right?
Always.
Always. So where is this rock?
It was right in front of me. Like
Cool.
191.97%.
Would you be able to light up your laser just in close to it so I could maybe see it better? I'm having a really hard time right now. Hopefully I even see your laser light up. Wow.
My gosh, your frame rate is incredible.
I know, right?
Mine ain't too much better.
Oh, I hope you're better than 2 frames per
It's
second.
right behind you.
Right behind me.
Not now. To your left. To your left. Well, other left. Guess there's a little delay in here too.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like there's the stream delay, and then there's like the gameplay delay. You said the rock was 200 meters away? I think I see it. I think I see
See
it.
my laser?
I don't actually see your laser. Oh, now I see it. Oh, my. Oh, it's right there. I was on top of it. Got it. Okay. Yep. Cool. Thank you so much, Getting Ghost. I'm officially at 1 frame per second.
Wow.
Yeah, my frame rate doubled once I left.
I think tomorrow's stream, I'm just going to do PowerPoints. I was thinking about it before, actually, because there's some really cool stuff I'd like to talk about. Oops. It no longer spins up the fans on my computer. That's kind of concerning. I feel like it shouldn't. It should be. What's the problem with that, Scabs? Is it just a driver issue or something? This is a beautiful rock, by the way, Getting Ghost. 1.9% laranite.
Yep.
Nice. Well, I would say, Scabs, that I can still cook an egg on top of my computer right now. It's pretty hot. Probably cook a steak. I don't really know if this is possible. Well, Tyler, the issue is that all of these markers that are on here. So if I go to a different part of the moon, it's just I'm gonna get all of these markers, these nodes, these mining nodes.
Engines offline. Engines online.
Such a shame. Shame. How are you making out, Shy Canadian? Have you captured a cat yet?
I have not.
Hmm.
Just got interdicted by 2 auroras.
You know what I learned yesterday? I learned that 90% of orange cats are male.
Quantum travel initiated.
Really?
I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm like that. I think every orange cat I've ever seen has been male. And, you know, the person who told me it was relatively credible. So, I'm like, that's interesting. And it would, you know, if it's like there's a genetic male dominant gene associated with that, I guess that would make sense.
Right.
Just, you know, food for thought when thinking about your orange cat. So.
Quantum travel complete.
Orange cat, probably a dude.
Yep.
Fascinating.
I don't know. Maybe I naively trust crazy cat ladies when it comes to cat facts. That's all.
They do sort of inundate their lives with cats.
Yeah. It's like if they were to ask me about Star Citizen, chances are I'd probably know my stuff. Ish. Although, everything's in a state of change. Hmm.
I think I got interdicted by nothing.
Quantum travel initiated. Emergency sign.
Here's a caterpillar. Constellation.
I can't believe I was complaining about lag in mining before. This is a whole new level. This is hard mode squared. I accept the challenge, CIG. I accept the challenge.
At least your PC will stream.
You know what? I think that even if I wasn't streaming, it would probably just be just as brutal. I think I might get 1 or 2 frames more. I hardly ever notice the difference between streaming and not.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Hey, Unquiet Mind, how's it going today?
I turned VSync on and got 2 frames per second more.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Incredible.
Hey, if I could go from 2 to 4 frames per second, that'd be great.
I don't know if it's going to help you with you streaming or not. I think AMD likes it. Let's turn VSync on.
I really gotta check out the benchmark between the 32 core processor and the 28 core processor.
I think it released none of the benchmark yet.
Oh no? I'm sure Linus will have one soon.
Yeah, I'm curious myself. That's the one I got my eye on. I'm waiting for the next round of freaking video cards from
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's overdue for a new system from NVIDIA.
Well, their HBN2 is supposed to be better. I've seen something about a card having 32 gigs of it.
I see.
32 gigs of HBN2 is...
I'm so surprised that we don't have an NVIDIA partnership with CIG. That's never happened before. Yeesh.
At least we don't have the 15-second get your ship and leave, or we're impounding it.
Oh, that's not there anymore. That's good.
They fixed that,
Was
yeah.
there- was there yesterday, right?
Unfortunately, the Constellation blew up the Caterpillar.
Lame.
You
Super
always gotta
lame.
take them connies out.
Yeah, I was working on it, and they shot off a missile. I don't know if the Caterpillar had joined the fight or what. I suppose that's the end of that for now. Go back to Cryastro and stock up.
Yeah, I
Dragon.
played with Chubby yesterday.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
He took his saber and tried to kill my warden.
Was he successful?
It was like airsoft guns. He was doing, his little guns was doing like 22% or 22 hit points. And I got like 15,000, so like it's definitely the escort ship. If they'd fix the turrets so you could like
Like slave them? The slave turret?
well, I mean, I think slave turrets would be just over the top on some of these vehicles, because, like, they wasn't designed for slaved. But if they'd fix the turrets so we could actually use them and I could get somebody in there, I'd be a even greater threat.
Shit.
More of a deterrence, because it's just an escort fighter.
I'm sorry, getting ghost, I blew up your rock.
I'll find another one.
Landing gear deployed. Landing gear retracted. Quantum travel initiated.
Right, immediately interdicted on my way back to them.
They're onto you now.
Yes.
You try and steal one of their vehicles, they don't take that lightly. They're out for blood.
Well, I'm not gonna mess with Buccaneers. They were the ones giving me so much trouble before.
Yeah, Tylo, I would say that Master and Commander is almost an inspiration for my stream. Luigi Boccherini and Mozart are two musics that you will hear a lot.
Quantum travel initiated.
I almost come in too high.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Well, you found out yesterday that the Prospector will bounce, right?
I bounced it 3 times doing like 200. But somehow I lost the galleon.
Yeah. And, Tylo, what's even better is that Twitch doesn't really seem to mind you playing classical music, so win-win.
Who's gonna bitch about that?
Man, like, you really shouldn't. Like,
They'd be like, no, it's ours.
they, technically they could, because the rights would go to whoever performed it, not the music created. But we'll see.
But they're done dead and gone.
Quantum travel complete.
Ah, crashed desktop.
Oh no.
I was a little bit grateful, to be honest. The 2 frames per second was getting on me a little bit. I mean, you really can't do much, but I was happily drinking my tea, so.
Quantum travel initiated.
Ghost, did you tell me that the asteroids around Delamar are a good place to find caterpillars?
Around Levesky, yeah.
Okay.
Just use your scanner and keep scanning. They'll pull it right out.
Oh, that's right.
Caterpillars are usually found on leafy green vegetation.
The only leafy green vegetation I've seen is inside the 600i.
Yes. Probably caterpillars inside the 600i. Yep. Yeah, Tyler, he's going in for it. Are you streaming your shenanigan there, Shy Canadian?
I am. Shenanigan is not going well at this point, but
Well, it's like fishing. You know, it takes a little bit of patience.
oops.
It does not like V-synced over here by the mine.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Alright, where is... There's Lewski.
Quantum travel initiated.
Would you mind if I observed your caterpillar catching?
You are more than welcome.
And I only say that because I don't think mining is a very doable thing for me today.
I'm only getting 5 frames per second here.
It seems like...
Yep.
It seems like the longer you're out, like it takes time for the server to populate all the rocks. And the longer you're on a moon mining, the worse it gets.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Seems like the more ore you pull up, I used the scanner. Bad idea.
There's a blob down on the surface of Delamar that was glowing very brightly.
Okay. Well, I'm back at 15 frames per second, so
Oh, excellent.
Did you leave planet?
no, I just crashed the desktop and then came back. The markers still seem to be here. I don't know what's happening. Are you still mining getting ghosts? Are you like around me or
Yeah, I was
something?
right behind you.
Oh, I see. Wow. There are
There's a
so
big
many.
5K rock over here.
Okay. All right, Tyler, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by.
I don't know what just happened to my scroll wheel, but it ain't scrolling very fast.
Ah, a caterpillar. This one does not appear to be hostile.
Overheating.
So I may be killing an innocent pilot here. Sneaking. It's strange to me that these ships sit out in the middle of space completely stationary.
Landing gear deployed. Proximity alert overhead. Landing gear
I
detected.
don't know if they intend to interdict people or what.
Little interdiction generators stored in their caterpillars.
Well, there must be quantum travel jamming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, there is.
Is that something that we can do yet?
No. Not that I know of.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like space fishing. Imagine doing that, and then an Idris pops up.
Oh no.
Oops.
I broke my line. And sure enough, the side of the caterpillar is just unlocked.
Yeah, I told you this yesterday. Why would a pirate lock their doors?
It just seems horribly irresponsible to me. Like I can just waltz in here.
You'll see. When
ransack-
piracy comes on board, nobody will lock their doors.
Still expecting to see more than
Thank you
one
very much, Scabs.
person in here.
And I would say it is trying to sell you an actual product. Mostly, though, it's for the purpose of recruiting. The career section is where it's all at.
It's glitched all out.
I tend to have that effect on people.
I'm gonna have to get my Razer Naga back out. This mouse wheel sucks.
Yeah, so I bound the throttle of the laser throttle to my joystick throttle.
Oh my gosh. This pilot isn't even wearing a spacesuit.
Wear a damn spacesuit, pilot. I would do the same thing.
Oh, it's not a pirate. Maybe that's why. Well, I'm gonna feel bad about this. But we're in.
They're on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan, and you just happen to go and stir them up. Look at us, eh?
Yeah, I know, right?
We're like those rock smashers from Neverending Story. That's what we are. Rock biters, that's what they're called. Thank you, Kool-Aid, for that correction. I truly apologize.
Kool-Aid needs to add me.
Your systems are online.
Alright, I've got myself another caterpillar.
Big, strong hands. You got it?
I did. There was just the one guy aboard. Here, I will come to you guys
With your stolen cat?
with my stolen cat. Contraband. I had to kill a potentially innocent man for this.
A potentially innocent? His innocence was questionable.
I mean, I think it's a pirate caterpillar.
So it's his own fault for using a vehicle that is questionable.
Perhaps he had stolen it in the first place.
Maybe.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Are you guys going to mine, or are you... Oh,
We're still mining. We're deep in concentration here. That's why we're so quiet.
yeah, sorry. I see you both in orbit, so we must be desynced.
Ah, that's such a shame.
Where are you mining? Do you remember?
Where are we mining? Getting ghosts?
Koso
I'm not even sure where we're at.
Wait. No. Basso. I think Basso
Yeah,
Nova.
yeah.
Whatever that is.
Basso Nova.
Something like that.
Let's see.
I think Bossa Nova is the name of the Austin Powers theme song. If I have my all of my movie references straight.
There's Koso Basin.
That's it.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yes, no, I'm just distorting reality with the movie world. Can't seem to keep things straight. It's hardly even reality because we're in a virtual world, but you get the idea.
An Austin Powers Star Citizen crossover.
Yes. We all know that that crossover had to be made. Sooner or later, baby.
Quantum drive is now off.
Maybe when I get into atmosphere, I'll be able to see you better.
Ah. I think a good control mechanism for this throttle might be I have a trim wheel from my Cessna 150 controller. I think that might be a good thing. It has to be incredibly sensitive, but at the same time, it can't be too sensitive.
Is the cockpit of the Caterpillar intended to detach as an
Yes.
escape vessel?
Yeah, I don't know about an escape vessel, but similar to how a truck can detach from its cargo and you have the cab.
Okay. Gotcha.
Flywheel mouse. Yeah, that would probably work well. I have such a crappy mouse. All of my computer hardware is not ideal. Getting Ghost is just crushing rock after rock, and here I am still on my first one. This is probably gonna explode. Oh, that was so close. Fun times, fun times.
I will try not to run myself into the surface of the moon.
That's good.
Oh no, I can see the pilot's hand down on the floor.
That's what you get. Innocent civilian.
Potentially innocent civilian.
All of that time and I didn't even get any rocks from it? Nonsense.
Yeah, you're lagged and you can't see it.
Revere, good morning. How's it going today, sir? Thank you so much for the bits. Good afternoon, whatever one you choose. You give me bits, it can be any time of the day. Welcome to the Gong Show, where we have all the gongs.
Good morning, Doomslayer.
I hope you enjoy my 6 frames of hot intensity. And Tespato is here. How's it going, Tespato? Long time no see. Getting Ghost, I can suck. If you want me to do that, that's an easy job for me to do. Yeet. Suck up any of these rocks? Nope.
Just got done sucking them all up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They're getting away.
Starbucks Caramel Macchiato. You're quite a coffee person, Ravier. Last time I saw you were drinking Tim Hortons. And I don't see Tim Hortons on Twitch very often, let me tell you. Tim Hortons is our national treasure, which is now owned by an American company anyways.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know, right? But it's a horrible company, so whatever. It is like the worst company in Canada. Yeah, they've gone downhill.
Doomslayer, how are you doing this morning? Monitor is arriving today. Man, I wish I could see you guys on the surface of Yella.
I know, yeah. Yeah, McDonald's is great coffee. I love McDonald's,
Use
actually.
your scanner. If you're in the upper atmosphere, you should be able to scan us and see us.
Do players show up as blobs?
We just show up as two ships, two little,
Well, I've got
just like
I've got indicators for you, but they're still in space.
Yeah, McDonald's is where it's at. So I think like I could almost live at McDonald's, to be honest. I think it has everything I need. Although I don't think I eat their burgers, which is strange. Oh,
Canadian
Red Robin.
burgers
Right.
would be better.
Yeah, when Revere, when you say Robins, you mean Red Robin, right? Because you're on the East Coast. Grind some beans. Go grind some beans, my friend. I've never actually been to the East Coast before.
You're a pilot and you never flew to the East Coast?
Oh, Robins. It might not be the same. Oh, Robin's Donuts. Red Robin is, it might be just a British Columbia / Alberta thing. West Coast. He per capita in here, he might know. But Red Robin's supposed to be a regular restaurant, not really a donut place. Yeah, I've never gone East Coast because it gets weird after Quebec. Just keep going that highway, it gets weird. I can never, it's like there's this border. It's almost like a language barrier because if you go through Quebec, people start speaking French and I don't know how to speak French. So I'm like, okay, I just am not going to transition that border.
Touched the cat down a little harder than I intended. Doomslayer. Are you in British Columbia too? Huh. Doomslayer is in British Columbia too.
Oh, wow. Tell him I'm in Prince George. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Doomslayer, did you hear Sigelian? He's in Prince George. Vancouver Island.
Oh, he's on the island. I love the island. Oh, the island's the best place.
Gosh,
I lived in Victoria for a year. It was awesome. I have so many friends on the island. I don't know why I am where I am.
Doomslayer says he went to Prince George last summer, just a couple weeks before the fires started.
Yeah, it's
Yeesh.
pretty bad in Prince George last year. Yeah, we had a forest fire a few weeks ago. Burnt down a forest, the little one by the city, I guess. I don't know. I drove by it on Sunday. It was quite remarkable, actually. Yeah. Yeah, Kool-Aid, you got friends on the island as well? Everybody cool is on the island. There's even a Canada's largest cryptocurrency exchange is also on the island.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The island's the place to be. But really, there's nothing that happens on the island. It's the weirdest thing. Like, there's a whole bunch of, like, grow ops, and that's kind of a big industry for the island, but there's really nothing else outside of that. It's kind of like a senior citizens mecca. Yeah, that's what Kool-Aid says. Just used to be old people. Well, the University of Victoria has grown quite a bit, so just like UBC, it's just kind of overflown and created a lot of growth. But it's still mostly populated by old people. Yeah, not a lot of density. Lots of immigrants because of the university. Thunderbird Stadium. I don't know much about the stadium. Sports teams are great. Something sports. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. I've only been to the university a couple of times, and it certainly wasn't for sports, so. Oh, you went to a Radiohead concert? That's hilarious.
Caterpillar is such a cool ship.
I agree. She's got a special place in my heart, that's for sure. I would say I literally lived on it for like 10 months, 8 months, 10 months. Wait, when did it come out? Like last April? 10 months? Oh no, would that have been a year? No, 10 months.
Does the front work as an elevator or a lift? Or does it only open?
To my knowledge, no. Although I've always been confused by that because I had thought at a point there was an elevator, but I've never been able to find it since that point. So I wasn't sure if I was hallucinating it. Because that could happen too. Bam. I hope you didn't suffer damage from that.
No.
Okay, it goes. Okay.
Doomslayer likes the 600i a little more for its luxury.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly the luxury ship.
So we get the 890 next year.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oh, there are fire extinguishers in the Caterpillar. Good.
Yes. The old fire game. Firefighting minigame.
We cross beams.
I was thinking the same thing. We're not supposed to cross the stream.
To have a cataclysmic explosion if you accidentally cross the streams would be an excellent Easter egg.
Totally. CIG, if you're listening, feature request, Ghostbusters references. Thank you. I think Disco would be supporting that. Could you imagine what this is going to be like if there's like wind or weather?
Oh my gosh.
Interesting. So my fracturing got to 100%, and the rock didn't break. Maybe I have to like get out and like physically hit it.
That's lag.
You think that's lag? Let me just try really quickly here. Maybe I just have to get out and hit it. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. What? Okay, we're good. This is quite possibly the shadiest landing I've ever had. We need the
Me and
voice.
this rock.
Are you having the same problem? Just lag?
This lag, yeah.
Yeah.
Just hardcore lag.
And I'm just gonna see if I can manually break up this rock here. Where'd it go? Did you stop your laser firing?
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll get 4 frames per second.
Just for fun, could you reactivate your laser? Oh, I can hear the rock sizzling. That's cool. Did you reactivate your laser?
Yeah.
Wow, it's moving so slow. Looks like the beam from the new Star Wars movie when they had that planet destroyer or whatever.
That is really cool.
Right? Cool. Well, I wish I had brought some marshmallows. Neat. Probably violating some health and safety rules here. But that's okay.
Just a light beam.
It's just a light beam. Tragon2, thank you so much for the follow. So this is lagged right now. We can't actually bust this rock.
Lick it. Stick your tongue on it. See what it tastes like.
Hola, un saludo de Espada España, 2942. Howdy. Hola. So I have shooting. It doesn't seem to do anything, and I really thought it would. How do you holster your gun again?
N, I think.
Yes, you're so right.
It used to be H, which made sense because it was holster.
Yeah. That rock is very... Well, it's full of magma.
Hot magma.
This is the best parking job for my prospector. I need to take a screenshot of that. Most epic parking job. Beer Keys, how's it going today? Welcome to the stream. It's all fun times here.
That's a little sideways.
Added all the way to
Civilian.
96%.
Little,
Back
little,
to zero.
little bit sideways. What's at 96%?
Me busting this rocket.
Is that the fracture, or is that the stability, or whatever it is? Risk of explosion. Overpower, that's what it is. Overpower sensor. Well, Beer Keys, that's an excellent question. I would say there's some good and there's some bad. It has new features that are kind of cool and fun. But I'd say overall it's relatively... well, the performance took quite a dip, and that's the issue. So we get new features, but performance suffers. So maybe today's patch, or tomorrow's patch, will address those performance issues. Hopefully, we'll see. On the whole, though, I think it's pretty good. And thank you for the follow, by the way. Beer Culees. Oh, I get it. I get it. I got it. Yep. I thought that was an I. I didn't think it was an L. Beer Culees. I love it.
That's an excellent
How
name.
I Met Your Mother. Oh, I see. I don't think I've watched that show. I've watched it a couple of times, and I don't really watch it, so that reference flew right over my head. Shame on me. Yeah, and that other rock is totally borked.
I can't bust this rock because of lag.
Yeah.
I got it all the way to freaking 97% this time. And it went over, and I started turning it down, and kept turning it down, and kept turning it down. Still was climbing.
Yeah.
It was like, hell, it's on 5%. It's still climbing. Why?
I need more power, Captain.
It was like,
Or less power, maybe.
So I guess it can explode. Well then. Once again, my cabin is full of smoke. No comment.
look, it was being a pain in the ass.
Sorry, what was a pain in the ass?
That rock.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. I really didn't think it would explode. I thought it would just lag, but I was wrong.
My goodness, all the caterpillars' guns are in the cockpit. At least all the ones that the pilot can use.
Yeah. Where are you at? You're still up in orbit, or you're just
I was
around?
planning to fly back to Olisar.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're picking up all the honeys in your caterpillar or not.
Couldn't find any.
No, that's unfortunate.
Most unfortunate, indeed.
Well, I'm sure once Hurston comes out, there'll be a lot of trashy girls. Get it? Yeah.
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, maybe someday.
Maybe it will make more sense after that planned threesome.
Oh, the threesome, right. I always forget about that. Actually, I think we're going to get some more trash information today because I don't know if you saw the preview, the teaser, the trailer to ATV today, but they talked about all of those garbage assets. So
Oh,
very
interesting.
exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Hurston is the trash planet, isn't it? Or it has a trash biome.
Yeah.
I had forgotten
So
about
we're going to see some procedurally generated garbage, literally. Literally. That's where Star Citizen's going right now.
Prioritizing the garbage.
Well, it's kind of cool because, like, if you remember that Squadron 42 trailer that we saw during the holiday stream, they had like an orbital ring of garbage,
Oh.
which I think is pretty neat. Because, like, in Wall-E, they had that, and in Cowboy Bebop, they had that too. So I think it's a pretty cool idea. And it makes sense because it's if you have orbital satellites and if there's, a cataclysmic event, then it's a very realistic thing to occur.
Mm-hmm. And even around Earth, there's a ton of stuff just floating around.
Totally. Yeah, same here, Revere. I am such a huge Cowboy Bebop fan. I would say that, like, Cowboy Bebop kind of shaped a part of my life. Definitely my hair, that's for sure.
Quantum drive is now on.
Doomslayer, what about you? Are you a Cowboy Bebop fan?
Ghost in a shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Yeah. Yo, that movie with Scarlett Johansson, that was great. Like, usually anime movies suck, but that was such an awesome movie. Loved every second of it. Would rewatch. And no nudity was really required, which is equally good.
Quantum drive is now on.
It's impressive when directors manage to pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid resorting to nudity.
Yeah.
Doomslayer, are you a Cowboy Bebop fan? What is a Cowboy Bebop theme-a-bob? What does Bebop mean? So I
That
guess
answers that question.
Doomslayer is not familiar with Cowboy Bebop. Man, I
Might
got
be a requirement to get familiar with it because I think that a lot of the game might be kind of referencing it. Definitely not a requirement. I'm over exaggerating, but
Doomslayer,
think,
it's an anime. I am only minimally familiar with.
Quantum drive is now on.
I would say that the 890 jump probably has some similarities to the main ship that was in there, and I think that the Hawk is kind of a play on Spike's swordfish ship. You know, it's really the people who are making Star Citizen come from Hollywood, so there's all of these extensions from I want to say pop culture, but pop cinema. Like the maglev train on Hurston looks exactly like the one that was in Cowboy Bebop as well.
I wonder if there's some official collaboration there.
I hope so. Because they were talking about making a Cowboy Bebop movie, and Keanu Reeves apparently was on board with it. And everyone's like, awesome! And then for some reason, it just disappeared. So.
Well, that's a shame.
Well, I think they would have screwed it up. But then we saw Ghost in the Shell, and now I'm thinking maybe they would have done an okay job. I don't know. Hard to say. Science fiction is always such a hard thing to do.
Phooey. I was going to try and land the caterpillar at Olisar, but my comms are permanently communicating with somebody. Oh, shoot.
Wow, it's so turbulent. My gosh. Everything is just shaking and. Wow. They certainly made mining quite a challenge.
No, it's the lag making it a challenge.
Yeah. Oh, I figured they did that intentionally, though. That's what I thought. Oh, come on.
I'm going to park my caterpillar at Olisar in space. Try logging out from a bed.
Oh, that's interesting.
See if it lets me keep it.
Look at you being a good little bug tester, eh?
I wonder how much piracy of pirates was a focus test for PTU 3.2.
Piracy pirates. Double pirate.
Oh, I saw an article about that yesterday. There's like a piece of software to let people pirate Nintendo Switch games,
Mm.
and somebody found out that the creators of that software are putting anti-piracy software into it.
Oh, that's cool. So they got hired by Nintendo or something?
No, no, they're putting anti-piracy software into their piracy software so that people can't pirate their piracy software.
Wow.
It's
That's clever.
pretty sophisticated. I wonder, like I'm logging out in in a stolen ship to see if I get to keep the stolen ship when I log back in. I wonder if this is something that CIG will hear about, or if they even care.
Hopefully they have systems in place that would prevent you from doing it. Well, wait a second, because eventually we're going to be able to do that, right? We're going to be able to steal ships.
Right,
think?
and like,
Yup, I got my eye on one too.
I hope it's not
You
one of
hear me,
mine.
Revere?
Revere's after you.
He's got LTI.
He's got LTI. He's fine.
So how is that going to work? Like,
Something's got to give. That's what I think.
if Git and Ghost steals Revere's ship and then changes the ownership, and then Revere goes and files an insurance claim, it's like printing money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, like, we can essentially give people one of our ships that way? They would just steal it from us and we'd claim it from insurance.
But that ship will forever be branded as a stolen ship, and you would take crime stat from that.
Okay, gotcha.
So the ship wouldn't be as valuable because it's be labeled. They talked about doing that, but it seems to be a very kind of muddy discussion. I hope they have all that stuff though, because
I hope it's like if you steal a ship from somebody, then that ship can't change. The ship that you stole can't change your ownership again.
All right.
it's random. That's why.
So I do still have my caterpillar, my stolen caterpillar at Olisar. But I got out of the bed on the wrong side and popped out the side of the ship.
Never wake up on the wrong side. That's funny.
And I locked the ship, so hopefully I can still get back in.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully you still got the keys.
What? You was on a caterpillar without med pens?
Always have med pens in the cat.
Don't worry, I have med pens. I was going to say earlier I haven't been decapitated, but I didn't want to jinx myself.
CIG, since you're listening, it would be nice to have like color coding on the amount of mass that each one of these nodes have, so I know which ones are larger mass and which ones are less large. Feature request. Thank you.
feature request. It'd be nice to have the different rocks look different.
That'd be cool too, but not too different because we understand that you want to make this difficult. So, but yeah, they should be just a little bit different. Like I just looked at a corundum rock because I thought it was. I don't know if I should say corundum or if I should say granite, but granite would certainly look different than shale, hands down. Maybe they do. Maybe it's just very similar.
I think they do. I think they do look different.
Do you guys know if we've seen barrel yet in mining?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I'm curious if we'll ever see that.
Can't believe we can't mine on Delmar.
Engines offline. Engines online.
I'm going to fly back to Yella and see if I can see you guys again.
Drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Here's somebody drinking tea. Not pointing no elbows.
Sigillian, are you right next to Goso?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly, I just went to where we're getting Ghost was, so I'm not even sure where that was.
Gotcha. You're like exactly the same distance away as Koso, so maybe we are synced up again.
Quantum drive is now off.
I see you 67 kilometers away. Oh, yeah, sorry, Doomslayer. Sometimes the quantum spline ends with a small epilepsy trigger.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't have epilepsy. I didn't even think to give a verbal warning about that. Remember when video games came with instruction booklets? And
They not anymore?
Not often. Or at
Hmm.
least they don't have the same substantial booklets that they used to.
No. I still have my link to instruction booklet around here somewhere that still has like all of that original kind of cheesy Link artwork. I remember when what game was that? Those DOS games that had passwords on them. You had to have the instruction booklet in order to get the password
Oh my gosh.
to play the game. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
It was really old. Hmm.
We may have been a little bit of video game pirates. My dad had a computer with two CD drives, and he could make a direct image of one onto the other.
Yeah, this was to prevent piracy, but it wasn't. It was before compact discs came
Okay.
out. It was still on floppies because it was so easy to copy the floppies. And most computers came with two floppy drives.
Gotcha.
but you had to have the instruction booklet. I don't know why I can't remember. Wait. The Incredible Machine. That was one of those games that had that. Remember that game?
Oh, good. My comms are fixed since I came back into the server. Well, Ghost, are you right down with Sigelian?
If not, you should be. I got a Laranite at 1.9%.
Excellent. If you want, you can try and fit your prospector into the front of the caterpillar, but I suspect it's too large.
Actually, I think I might need help with this rock. I can't really get it above 2%.
You can move closer to it.
Yeah, that seems like a great idea.
It seems
Hey,
to
Concerned
help.
Penguin. How's it going?
It honestly seems to help the power a little bit. But it is scary.
Yeah, it's especially at 3 frames per second.
Oh, good point.
Hold on, well, I won't say no. It is still trying to do, like, brain surgery with the battle axe. To ban all of the peeps, including myself. Very, very nice. Hey, Penguin, I was looking at your Discord last night, and I saw that you're doing this, like, the Night Crew show. Are you still doing that? Or what's the status with that? Tell me more, because I see that this was done about a month ago, or you were working on that a month ago. Are you still working on it? After hiatus, I see. Are there any opportunities still available within that content segment? I suppose you call it. 3 seconds today. Yep. Yeah, that's since the new patch that we had. You'll see all of the markers, all of the mining nodes all over my HUD. That's what we got. That's what seems to be causing all of the poor performance. So hopefully that gets fixed today. Yeah, and I'm totally interested in this content segment. It's interesting. Unfortunately, I don't really know much about it. I started reading it and then I realized it was done a month ago, so I figured out you're not doing it anymore. So if you're still doing it, then I will look into it further and see how I can contribute. The problem is the whole conjecture thing, which I feel conjecture is like what my stream is built on. Oops.
Sigelian, I could give you a little bit of light.
I could use a beam. I'm
Uh,
not gonna lie, I could use a beam.
I have a tractor beam.
That's the wrong kind of beam.
Yeah. I can run into the rock.
I need sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their frickin' heads.
I don't have any cargo, including sharks with laser beams attached to their heads.
Use facts, yeah.
I don't see your laser either, I can hear it.
You can hear it, you just can't see it?
Did he ever find you?
I did, I found Sigelian.
Alright.
I may still be desynced with you again.
I find it's really unfortunate. I hate to say this, but I find facts very challenging. It takes a lot of research to get facts, and I would say that research has never been my strong suit. I'm not a university graduate, and I more or less got into business, into software business, because it doesn't take much research. It really doesn't.
You know, I can't see your laser, but I can see the rock heating up.
Oh, that's good. Shoot. I would say though, Penguin, if your strong suit is in research, my hat is off to you, because I don't know how people do it. It's definitely an art, I would say. It's something you shouldn't take for granted. Because I've met like expert researchers, I worked with expert researchers, and they are amazing people. And I see Board Gamer. I love what Board Gamer does. An expert researcher. I can always trust his information. Oh, you do that for work? Yep. Yeah. I used to work at a software company, and what they would do is they would pair each development team with a librarian. So someone who had graduated a librarian, like they had a bachelor's in library studies, and that was a requirement. So they would essentially do the market research to make sure that our features we would develop were relevant. And those people are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And it's funny that it's almost a technical skill for them, and that they took it for granted, and they expected everybody else to have the same proficiency in research. And that was never the case. Never the case. Because the DevOps guys would not be on board with that.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
You got it.
Wow. Cat didn't like that, eh? Blew one of my saddlebags off, too.
Oh no, did it?
Yeah, you know what? That was actually a fracture. That wasn't an explosion.
Yeah, I guess I was right up on it.
Oh, well, you certainly were.
Just
Never seen a cat move so violently before.
Impact warning.
I think I'll head back to Olisar and park this thing on a landing pad.
Oh yeah, don't lose your stolen cat, because once you lose it, you won't get it back.
Well, I'll park it and then go to sleep in the bed,
Right.
answering more questions.
It's easy, just research it. You weren't good at that one sec. Yep, that's right. And I have met a few people in my work as well that don't have a strength in research. Just that I don't know. It's so strange because you can Google anything. And sometimes it's just a matter of telling people, hey, try Googling it. And you sound like a jerk when you say that to people, but
I can't believe you ain't got a whole bunch of miners set up already.
what do you mean miners set up already?
Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
No. My cousin does that. He's a Bitcoin miner. Actually, I don't know if he's doing Bitcoin right now.
Well, no, he probably do Bitcoin.
I think he was doing IOTA for a bit. I think he was doing Tron for a bit. I think he tries to ride the wave of the altcoins, but the market's not doing very well right now.
Although anyone who got into it really early has probably turned a good profit.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, there's mega millionaires now.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it like Drake or one of those rap stars was like, "Oh, I have 200 I just found out I had $200 million in Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
I'd forgotten I bought it."
Is it like 50 Cent or somebody?
Somebody like that. And I apologize if that's terribly rude to like segment rap stars, but one of those rap stars. I would probably say the same for rock and roll stars. Come on. Damn it. Ah, yikes.
Lag makes it impossible. I'm done mining for the day.
You know what? I don't disagree. I think I'd like to throw in my hat. Maybe take a cruise in the 600 for a bit. Just kind of relax, you know?
Yeah,
That's certainly the
I've
place to do
pretty
it.
much found what I want to find so far in mining.
So what is it that you were trying to find?
Just a couple spots for the Orion and stuff.
Hmm. Concerned Penguin is hosting me. Thank you so much, Concerned Penguin.
My gosh, I can't get my...
He probably thinks I never sleep.
Well, I don't think you sleep. I don't have any record of you sleeping. Just ghost things. Ghosts don't sleep. Yeah, thank you for adding me to auto host. That's super. All jokes aside, getting ghosts, you need to sleep.
Do sleep.
Quantum drive is now.
Because a burned out ghost is a dead ghost? No. And whatever the equivalent would be of a dead ghost. And that's what you would be. Oh, I don't have any engines. And my cabin is full of smoke. Oh, I can actually see the smoke on the outside of my... Like, if I go to the outside view, I can see the smoke coming out of my cabin now.
That's bad.
Well, it depends who you're asking. You know. Some people prefer the hot box.
Never like hotboxing, man.
No? So I mean, it's not for everybody.
Out in Colorado, I drive by about 1 car a day hotboxing.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Quantum
And how do you feel about that?
Scared about someone inebriated being on the road.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that they had said was one of the biggest mistakes when they legalized it, is they didn't have the proper things in place, systems in place to regulate drivers. And I think that's what Canada was really trying to do. Because I know when I was in Ontario, they had this pilot program for like a ride program for weed. And, you know, they'd pull people over and they'd give you this apparatus to test if you were baked or not. Yeah.
Ash
You ain't
Angel, thank
never
you for
gotta
the
worry
follow.
about someone too high.
Well, you know what? I used to think that, but apparently Colorado has hard data on this. And accidents have increased since they legalized it.
Well, I think there is a zero tolerance policy in Colorado. So if you get pulled over and, you know, if you get pulled over for erratic driving and you are at all inebriated, you get a ticket.
See, that's kind of how it should be, but that's like that's a preventative measure, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting because there's still the legal blood alcohol limit. But I guess the idea is that if you're being a dangerous driver, it doesn't matter how much alcohol you've had, you're dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people sober that are dangerous.
That's true too. Well, that's why I like the, you know, if you're driving erratically, like I like that condition. That's a good thing. But the thing is that regardless, you can fail the drug test really easily for weed. Like you know, weed stays in your system for such a long time. It depends on so many different factors. It's really hard to determine what an inebriation means for weed. Yeah, so the erratic thing is probably a good idea. And in Canada, I don't know how it's going to work actually, because I'm pretty sure that pilot project didn't work that they had when I was in Ontario, because
Okay.
they based it off of like how much saliva was in your mouth, and
Interesting.
if you had like if you're on any type of anti-anxiety meds that restrict your salivic glands or whatever they're called,
Hmm.
then you wouldn't produce you would fail it as well, just because you're on antidepressants or anti-anxiety meds.
Well, if you're on anti-anything, you don't need to be taking that.
If you're what?
Any kind of antidepressants or something, you don't want to mix that with.
No. It's just that you could not be on weed and still fail the test because you're on antidepressants.
Well, you just gotta keep a certain kind of hand lotion in there, and you can pass it.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Ah, yeah. There's definitely going to be ways around it.
What?
Honestly, though, this
mouth swab? Okay, I'll take it.
This whole thing is nonsense because we're going to have autonomous vehicles soon, and that's really the best solution. Because, like, if you think about it, like, we really shouldn't be driving cars. They're incredibly dangerous, and like the amount of horrible drivers out there. You know, we blame the drivers, but really we should blame the system. It's kind of a freedom that is very questionable.
Some people are going to fight very hard not to give up driving.
Sorry, it's a reality.
Yeah, and
My
go ahead.
my nephews that are like 10 years old, they'll probably never get their license.
That would be okay.
That would
They're
be okay.
never taking mine.
Yeah, mine neither. I mean, I have a 1979 manual pickup truck, and I got it because I think that it's probably the last vehicle that will be kind of that type of technology. You know what I mean?
No computer?
No computer, totally manual. When Skynet happens, my vehicle will still run. I'm ready.
Does it have electronic distributor? Or you
Yes,
still
it
gotta
does.
do points? Well, you're in trouble then.
I guess. There goes my plan.
Maybe get a what do you call it, an EMP proof box and stick an extra one in there.
That's what I need. I need an EMP resistant apparatus
Just-
for my old pickup truck.
Build a Faraday cage around your car.
Nobody would question it. If anybody knows me, they'd be like, "Yep, there he goes again."
No, I'd make just buy a couple extra parts and stick it in a little safe. Build the apparatus around the safe. Then bury it in concrete.
Well, the thing, concern Penguin, is like you're right. However, one issue about being outside of the metropolitan area is, you know, you have drivers that don't pay attention, that are on the phone, or that are falling asleep. So it's like, you know, there are different issues with humans operating these machines regardless. So software needs to improve dramatically. And that's why I say my nephews that are 10 probably won't get their license, because I think in 6 years the software will be where it needs to be. And I think that Europe is going to start becoming more aggressive when it comes to autonomous driving. I think they're going to become the leaders, because North America will be apprehensive to let go of their freedoms.
Militantly apprehensive, probably.
We have more
Exactly.
guns than the rest of the world.
That's true too. And Canada's just like, what's going on, eh? Cruise control and ice, yeah. Ice and snow is totally an issue. And I mean, ice, snow covered restriction visibilities, these are serious issues for humans operating these machines as well. So as bad as it is for computers to operate it, the Korean drivers that have never used a car before but just got their license in Canada are just as risky, if not worse, than a computer operating it. And yes, I am isolating Korean people because they are so far ahead of us as far as the technology goes that they don't even need cars anymore. And like in Montana, yeah, I've driven in Montana. I totally know what you're talking about. Montana's beautiful. It's like the Wild West.
Well, I am going to stop streaming, Sigelian.
Okay, gonna make like a banana and split. This is the wrong council.
Indeed. I'm not going to take off.
I'm
Not going to take off today.
I see, not gonna take off. Ah, geez, we were just talking about flying high as well.
What would that be? What's a good rhyming pun for flying while smoking marijuana?
Lethal? I don't know.
It wouldn't be lethal.
I mean, I run into people when I'm sober. I don't need any
High in the sky. Concerned Penguin says high in the sky.
high in the sky.
That's brilliant.
High in the
This
sky,
guy's doing
very good.
a mission. Good for him.
Well, let's see. I've got 4 people here. I'm going to bring us over to you, Sigelian.
Cool. I'm at a 9er. I love that emoticon. Yeah. And in Canada just announced the legalization. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that was news from a couple days ago. And the company that I work for, we're working with the government to regulate the online sales of marijuana. So it's kind of cool to be a part of this movement.
All right. Well, have a wonderful stream today and a wonderful afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, you as well, Shy Canadian, and maybe I'll see you tonight. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I was exhausted last night, so I did not stream, but I should be okay this evening.
Okay.
I should be on tonight.
I think that Revere is usually streaming at night too, and that's who I usually look for. So if you happen to see us all on Revere's channel, stop by.
Yeah, I certainly will. And I will continue the caterpillar experiment. Next time I log in, we'll see what became of the caterpillar on the landing pad.
Excellent.
Unless we get another update and it erases everything.
We probably will.
Okay, well, have a good afternoon.
All right, take care.
Yep, because I feel like we're pulling nodes from too far away.